What up, YouTube? Tim is here. Now, since September 8th is literally Star Trek Day, this week I am going to be doing my reviews for Star Trek films. Pretty much, from the original films with William Shatner to the Generation one to even the reboot. I mean, I'm not really like the world's biggest Star Trek guy. I'm more into Star Wars to be honest, yeah. But I do appreciate. There have been some Star Trek movies I have appreciated over the years, and there is some really classic ones. So here is, of course, my review for the very first Star Trek film to come out, and that is, of course, Star Trek: The Motion Picture. Now, Star Trek: The Motion Picture was released all the way back in 1979 on December 7th, 1979 to be exact. And it ended up coming out like about 2 years after the release of Star Wars. And this is literally a movie that was not really supposed to get made because they were worried about like if a Star Trek movie would even do well on the big screen and everything. But it worked out pretty well. I mean, Star Trek motion picture definitely does have fans, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, of course, Star Trek motion picture was directed by Robert Wise, who very interested to see him doing a sci-fi film like this because he was always known for directing movies such as West Side Story, Sound of Music. So really seeing Robert Wise really tackle a Star Trek film is a trend, which I always keep forgetting the director of Sound of Music directed it. To be honest, yeah, I don't know why. Something wrapped around my head. Always keep forgetting he directed this. Now, of course, the film did not really get great reviews. It only has like a 50% on Rotten Tomatoes and 42 on score. I mean, it does have its fans and stuff, but yeah, it's not as back. I mean, Rafikon is that's a totally different story. Rafikon is loved by almost everyone. Anyway, now the original Star Trek motion picture, which of course had the likes of William Shatner coming back as James T. Kirk, of course, written and produced by original Star Trek TV producer, TV creator Gene Roddenberry, who is really the let's be real. Gene is like the George Lucas of the Star Trek world. He really like put together with the Star Trek universe and the Star Trek lore. I mean, he was a legend in the Star Trek world, in the Star Trek world, and of course, this is Star Trek has always been based on the books and stuff too. So Star Trek is just so iconic in its own right. And of course, you end up having Leonard Nimoy coming back as appearing as Spock. You had DeForest Kelly as Leonard McCall, Walter Keanu played Chekhov. George Sakai does a wonderful job as Sulu. I mean, this is just such a really iconic film, and of course, Star Trek really did not like. You might not know this, but when Star Trek, of course, premiered back in the '60s, it got canceled after seasons, but it became really popular through Syndicate, and so of course they were supposed to do like pretty much bring Star Trek back to TV, but instead they scrapped another TV plan, and instead Star Trek: The Motion Picture was born. So there's that. But yeah, this has some really interesting, fun visuals. Obviously, it was the '70s, so the visuals wasn't really up to date as visual effects nowadays. But the visuals were still really decent. I mean, of course, like Paramount just saw the success of something like Steven Spielberg's Close Encounter, which of course got released like I believe a year before, if I'm not mistaken. And he was like, okay, sci-fi movies could do well that are not named Star Wars. So that's another picture was created. It is a really intriguing film worth checking out. Great performances by Shatner, by Nimoy. I'll say give it a go if you guys haven't seen it, especially if you're a Star Trek fan. You might enjoy it or you might not enjoy it. I mean, like I said, Star Trek The Motion Picture has its fans, and some of them are not, and does not have his fans too. So there's that. But anyway, let me lead you guys. Have you ever seen Star Trek: The Motion Picture? If so, what's up? Were you a fan? Were you not a fan of it? Favorite scenes, favorite moments? Where would it rank in your favor of the Star Trek films? Were you ever like Star Trek fan, whether it's the TV show, the movies, etc. Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Simmy signing out.